What's up, friends? Welcome to another training. Today, we're going to talk to you guys all about how you can use Instagram ads to sign more clients. And we're going to talk about the foundation of what a good Instagram strategy actually looks like in the time and space that we're living. Instagram ads will help you scale your business faster. It helps you build trust. It helps you get more eyeballs on your content. It helps you attract high ticket clients predictably. And once you know how to turn a dollar into $5, a dollar into $10, a dollar into $100, depending on your ROAS, like you're never going to look back. And in this world where everyone is talking about passive income in regards to scaling, ads, in my opinion, are the way to do it. Not just developing an online course or a ManyChat automation. I mean, this is really the leverage that is helping me and my clients scale predictably, faster. And there's all this work going on in the back end that you don't have to be managing 24/7. Or you could be hustling like this little girl over here. Constantly posting content on all of the apps, live launching masterclasses, doing free challenges, making complicated email campaigns, or you could just run some ads. So, truth be told, the majority of my client base has come from organic content. This is something that I've only started implementing this year. I've been working with an ads coach, Brandon Forbes. He's wonderful. I've learned a ton from him. And I've been utilizing his ad strategy, and you know what? It works. Now, what I'm going to tell you from my experience being in these different containers and with my own business and working with hundreds of business builders, you can't skip the part where you know how to make content, where you know how to talk to your ideal client. When you have a strong brand and content strategy, you can't skip that. If you skip that and just go to ads, your ads are not going to work for you. So what I'm about to show you here, the numbers, they might shock you. So I just want to be super transparent with the fact that my organic content strategy really works. So because it works organically, if I open up the floodgates of pouring ad money onto organic content that's already working, I have a gold mine here. So when I first started my own Instagram ad strategy, I was super nervous. One, I was worried that it was going to be complicated. It's not at all if you do it right. But I was also, I don't know, just hesitant to spend money. I had never done paid ads myself. I had hired an ad agency at one point, and I kind of quickly realized this is something that I should just learn myself. So this is an actual snapshot of the back end of Facebook. This is in March of just this year. The total ad spend for the month, guys, with this particular ad campaign that I created, I only spent $200. That is it. I had two ads going. One was a simple follower ad and one was a DM ad, and I only spent $200. Well, what happened when I spent $200 on ads? Well, just from that little bit of ad spend, I had 4 additional discovery calls that month. I closed 3 of them at $6,000 each, and I made an additional $18,000 that month. That's a ROAS of 90. Usually people are shooting for a return on ad spend of like 4 times, like 7 times would be amazing. This is 90 times return. Now, I am not making any income claims or promising that you can do this too. I want to stress again, I've been spending a lot of time on organic content strategy, on messaging, on branding. That's kind of my secret sauce with clients. Like, this is ridiculous. I remember showing this to my coach and him saying, like, you are sitting on a gold mine if that's the kind of numbers that you're getting. So let's talk about what doesn't work in ads. So most people fail with Instagram ads because they don't know how to create a strong brand and content strategy. So their messaging doesn't land. So pouring money into ads isn't going to help that. They don't have the right offer. Their offer is vague. The outcomes aren't clear. It's low ticket. If you're selling low ticket, an ad strategy might not be the best thing. It's confusing. Maybe you have many client avatars. If you don't know how to test or track your results and you don't know your numbers, you're just going to feel like you're bleeding money and you won't actually know what ads are working and what's a waste of time. If you rely on an agency too early, like I did, no, it's hard. I don't even want to do it. Somebody else do it for me, and you just hand over your power. That's also not so good. Or old school, you're just running like buy from me ads, but people don't know you or trust you or know what you can do for them. So, oh, this got all blurry here, but like a buy from me ad is like a poster or something just going straight to a sales page. Or this post it says, I'm looking for 5 motivated people who want to make 10K a month with their own Shopify store. This stuff it's just not working very well now. It kind of was, but it's not anymore. So your organic content skills are really important, but also I want you to know that organic reach is dropping. So I got these stats from Dr. Matt Shiver. So carousels, only 0.5% of your audience sees your carousels, 0.4% see your reels, and 0.4% see images. So it's all a numbers game. So if you're struggling to grow your coaching business and you have a small account, I want you to keep these numbers in mind. So if you have 10,000 followers, you might only get 50 likes on a post. This is now like a super normal stat. And I've definitely had content that has gone viral. And I can teach people how to make better content, but like I can't make viral content happen because it's kind of up to like the creator and your skill and your love for creating content. It is just all a numbers game. And a lot of people are feeling really bad about their content right now without keeping these numbers in mind about how many people are actually just seeing it. So here's what actually is working right now. Understanding content frameworks that work organically first. This is why I do this for a living, helping people with their brand and messaging strategy with their content. Like, we have to make that better first. Then, instead of creating buy my stuff ads, creating Instagram follower ads, value driven ads, like just teaching people, educating them, saying, come and learn with me. Creating content that really nurtures people and sets you up as the authority and the expert in your field. Having one strong offer, a high ticket offer, and knowing how to speak to your ideal client avatar, knowing how to speak to your transformation, and then a simple sales funnel and knowing how to do sales well. Like back to old school business skills instead of letting ManyChat try and do all the work for you, or your fancy copywriting skills on a sales page. Like, don't get me wrong, when that works, that's amazing, but it's working less and less these days. This is my little meme here, just saying like, yeah, we're working too hard. I think a lot of people are working too hard and they're getting burnt out. And this is why I like what I'm going to teach you today. It works and it's easier and it gives you some of your time back. So there's different kinds of funnels. This would be a follower ad funnel. This is what I have been implementing with a lot of my clients. So we create an Instagram follower ad. This is calling out your ideal client and telling them, hey, do you want to learn this? I have results in this. I can teach you how to do this. Come and follow me. So it's not even buy for me. It's like, come and follow me. Then you're going to nurture with your content. You're going to teach valuable content. Then you're going to lead people into a DM conversation with you where you ask people what they're looking for. You pre-qualify them in the DMs. Make sure that you can help them. This is really important because you don't want to get people onto a call knowing that you don't actually have a solution for them. You want to be like in integrity with this, be honest. Then you want to know how to facilitate sales calls well, how to explain your process, your transformation in depth. And this is going to work really well if, again, you have a high ticket offer, minimum of $2,000, because that money you can use for ads, you can use it to make your program better. It's sustainable. Having low ticket offers is honestly not sustainable unless you have like a gigantic audience, 100K, 200K plus. So high ticket is non-negotiable. I'm just going to really stress this. So low ticket, there's no margin to acquire clients through ads. People that don't invest, they have really low buy-in. They often get worse results, and it's just not sustainable for you long term. When you sell high ticket, now you have client financed acquisition. You can take that money, reinvest it into your programming. You can bring on additional support members. You can invest in better software or apps for your clients. You can build a team. You can put the money into ads. So you're getting better results. You're creating better programs for your clients. Everybody is happy. And just a quick note on numbers here. So yeah, if you're spending $500 in ads, if you're selling low ticket and only making this kind of money, then that doesn't make any kind of sense. But if you are spending $500 a month and each client is spending $2,000, right, you have a 4 times ROAS there. So remember, in my original example, I had a 90 times ROAS. If you get those numbers, guys, like, whoo, you got a gold mine. But yeah, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times ROAS, that's great. And yeah, if they renew, now those numbers creep up even higher. So this strategy works really well for people. You have to be willing to post content. If you refuse to post content, this is not going to work for you. You have to care about nurturing your audience. I make a ton of content that is value-based. People can learn from me for free on Instagram, on YouTube. I engage with people in the DMs. I have lots of conversations. If you're not willing to do that, the strategy is not going to work for you, okay? But if you're already doing these things, keep listening. Also, you have to be coachable and open to feedback. I always tell my clients I am nice but not kind, meaning I'm honest. Like, I'll always be nice, but I'm not going to lie to you. If something's not working, if the messaging doesn't sound good, I'm going to tell you. It works well if you have a high ticket offer, minimum 2,000 to 10,000 plus. Now, if you have a smaller account, like, we can start off low, like $10 a day for sure. But ideally, like, you have a budget between $1,000 and $2,000 eventually for ads. So this is the beautiful thing too. The more clients you get, then the more budget you have for ads, and then on it goes. And the strategy works for people who are willing to build a personal brand. You want to be seen. You want to build your brand online. You want to get more followers, more attention. You want to grow your business, and you want to help more people. Ads are going to help you leverage all of these systems. So here's a really simple, high converting ad script. You're basically just calling out your person. Hey, are you a chiropractor who wants more clients for your practice? Hook. You want to start off with the problem. Most chiropractors think that they'll get clients by putting ads on radio. Here's why it doesn't work. Then you're going to tell a story. You're going to teach, I was here and now I'm here, or I helped this client go from here to here. You're going to show some proof, a testimonial, and then a call to action. Here's what you can do next. You can follow me. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can send me a DM. Here's some examples of calling out your avatar. If you know Reels aren't a real strategy anymore, notice I didn't call out the person, but this sentence is only going to resonate with a very particular person. That's a way to call out your ideal client. Or you can be way more direct. Hey, are you a chiropractor, health coach, or wellness pro? Stop trying to go viral. Therapist, here's how to fill your client calendar without burning out. Course creators, this is why no one's buying your amazing program. These are all different ways of calling out your ideal client. Here's some example hooks. So remember, this was like the second line. Stop doing, here's the thing that everybody's doing, do this instead. I lost 20 pounds without counting calories or killing myself in the gym. Healing your gut isn't as complicated as they make it. What? It's not. Gut stuff's so complicated. Here's why your workouts aren't working. Do this instead. If you're tired of chasing clients for your service business, this strategy changes everything. I built a 6-figure business with a truck, a skill, and this one system. And here's how I stopped relying on word of mouth and got booked out for months. So what makes high-performing creative on Instagram ads? Like, the creative is so important. I've done static ads before, and like they just don't land the way that video does. Good lighting, personality, you can't be flat, captions that pop. But it really comes down to like the messaging. A hook that stops their scroll, super clear messaging. You got 0.2 seconds to grab someone's attention. You don't need a big production team. You being authentic is way better than like you thinking you need like a bunch of fancy camera gear. All that stuff helps. Cameras and sound and all of that. If you can do that, amazing. But really, you can just make a reel. You with like a decent like lamp by you. It's really about the format, like calling out your person, the hook, and just showing up with energy and conviction. And the best part about these ads is it really just looks like Instagram content. It doesn't look like an ad. And you're just explaining your process and telling people that you can help them. So here's some examples that I have made. So these are some ads that look like content. We have a Twitter style ad, just looks like a Twitter post. These I usually do in carousel format, and I'm just educating in it with a call to action at the end. There's a follower ad. It's me calling out my ideal client avatar, explaining a transformation. Or there's a reel that you can make that just goes to a free resource. So this is actually just going to a YouTube video that I made and a free training. Here's some basic KPIs to track. So cost per lead. So a lead is someone that is a good fit for your offer, anywhere between $5 to $10. If you are going for the metric of follower, you want under $2. Cost per sales call, on average $100. That's a really good metric, and make sure you pre-qualify them. Make sure that they're a good fit for your potential program, that they have money to invest. Again, my metrics were about half that, so we were doing really well in my business. Then you want to track things like, did they show up? And did they end up buying at the end of the call? Meaning these were in fact good leads. We don't want to get just random people on our sales call. Cost per client, you want it to cost you under $500 to get a client. ROAS, anything above 2 times, right? You're doubling your money. So anything above 2 is amazing. That's cash collected, and then revenue 4 to 10 times. These are really, really good metrics. 90 is even better. So what's going to work for you? Honestly, you just got to test it. You got to test it. And when you're testing, this is what we do with our clients. Sometimes it's just a matter of changing your t-shirt, the lighting, the hook, the first line. It's not about like throwing out the whole ad and starting over. Sometimes just like minor tweaks. And this is why it's so important to have like mentorship when you're doing this. You want to commit to testing at least 3 to 5 ads per month. And you want to do it up to like $200 to $250 and just really check, did you get any calls from that? Were they good leads? Do you have a good sales process so that you can get people from the ads to the DMs to the sales calls? If not, it might not be the ads' fault. That might be your sales process and your ability to handle these leads. And you want to track results every single morning. I use a super simple spreadsheet that we share with our clients where we can track how much they're spending, how many leads they're getting, did they follow up? Because it can get really messy because you can actually get like a lot of leads when you're doing these things. You want a system for tracking it all. Okay, when it's working, keep putting money into it. It's as simple as that. Whatever's working, just keep them running. Keep checking every day, but keep adding budget. And this is where, like, now we're just printing money and allowing the system just to work for us. So I'll share this too. So that was for a follower ad. You can also run an ad to a free program. So maybe you run it to your email list or your freebie. I made this ad where it's running people to my free community, The Vault. The Vault is for coaches and online experts looking to scale. I have key educational courses there that help them grow. I pop in for the odd live experience. And this is a great thing to run an ad to. And, you want the messaging tight. Like for my community, it's not just for anyone who's an online business owner. It's not for the people who haven't started yet. You want to keep it tight. So your messaging, even if it's to a free thing, you don't want just anybody in there. You still want the right people, even if it's a free thing. So the funnel would look the same. So the follower ad, you're essentially getting people to follow you. You're nurturing them with your content, getting people into DM conversations, into sales calls. If you're doing ads to a free training, then you are sending people to your free resource. You're following up in the DM, same things, getting people into sales calls. So very, very similar strategy, just different call to action. Now, there are lots of different tools that you can use for this process. As an ADHD entrepreneur, simple is best for me. So we have some ManyChat Instagram automations built in. We use very simple Google spreadsheets. Some people like complicated software like Go High Level. I have not implemented that in my business, to be honest. I like to keep it simple. Another cool tool is you can go to the Meta Ads library and you can research your competitors' ads to see how you can do it better. If you're working with me in my program, we help you with all of this. We help you script your ads. We help you script your DM sales process, your sales process. We help you refine your programming, your messaging, your content strategy, your brand strategy. We do this very hands-on with our clients because it's simple, but it's not easy, and it really helps to have mentorship and a thinking partner. Quick note about compliance. Depending on your industry, if you're in like finance or politics or health, you're going to have different compliance issues depending on your industry. So just make sure you research that before you go to the effort of making an ad. Just make sure you know what you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say in the ad. There's always ways around that. You can always use ChatGPT to help you create scripting around those things, but that's something that I should mention because you don't want to make a kick-ass ad and then just have it taken down right away. Another thing is copyrighted music. I usually just use royalty-free music in my ads just to be safe. There is music on YouTube and Meta that you can use, but just to play it safe, I usually use royalty-free music. And here's why you can do this. You don't need an agency unless like you're making like 50, 100K months, guys, and like you have a budget for it. Agencies focus a lot on tech and the back end, not messaging and creative does 80% of the work for you now, not targeting in the back end. So unless you're spending like honestly like 20K a month on ads, just learn how to do it yourself. Take it from someone that didn't want to learn it myself. You can do it, especially the way that we're teaching it. It's really easy. You're doing a lot just from Instagram itself. There's very little in the back end. It's going to save you a ton of money. And then you can take that money and you can use it for ads instead of retainers. This is leverage. Ads bring in new eyes. So if you're struggling to grow your Instagram account, like here we go. The organic content that you're going to create with us is going to help you build trust. The DMs qualify, the sales calls convert better. And this only takes a couple hours every week. And you can start with as little as $10 a day. And this can totally change your business. Learn this skill. It pays forever. You could not do ads and just continue creating endless organic content on all of the platforms, doing all your master classes and your challenges and your lives and like your email marketing sequences. You could spend 2 to 3 thousand a month on an agency and have them try and do it for you, and may or may not land your messaging. Or you could just learn how to do it yourself. Build a system, keep the revenue, and do this all on repeat. So again, guys, we do this for our clients in our Coaching Scale program. If you check out the notes underneath this YouTube channel, you can book a discovery call with us. We'll go over the roadmap with you, see if it's a good fit. We don't work with everyone. We want to make sure it's a good fit for both parties. But the good news is if you hop on a call and it's not a good fit, we're going to send you home with some resources. So it's a win-win either way. And we'll help you get to the point where you're in a position where you could work with us. We just want to help more freedom-minded entrepreneurs grow. We know there's a lot of information on the internet and it can all get really confusing and stressful. This is just a really simple, non-gimmicky strategy that will get you more leads and clients for your business. But I've given a ton of value in this training, guys. You can easily take everything that I taught you today and just like go and try it yourself. Or if you want expert help and you want results faster, click that link, book a discovery call, and of course hit the subscribe button because I'm uploading a free training just like this at least once a week, sometimes 2 times a week if I don't have many clients that week. But one time for sure. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys back here for another training here soon.